Happy Bookmas Day 22. Yesterday was such a good reading day. It was so nice. I want to have another day like yesterday. If you did not see yesterday's reading vlog, I finished Rival to the Queen and it was super intense but really, really good. It had so many different things happen, many different relationships, people born, people dying, like a lot going on, and it just very intriguingly depicted what life was like for these people in 16th century England, and I really enjoyed it. I think I'm giving it 4.5 stars. I said 4 on Goodreads, but I really did enjoy it. There was only one part that really didn't keep my interest yesterday, and then one part before that, like when I had read it a couple weeks ago, like the beginning a couple weeks ago. All in all, I did really enjoy it, so 4.5 stars for this. I don't know why, but it totally gives me Fairest vibes, like Fairest in the Lunar Chronicles. I don't know why. It's like a more realistic version of that. It just reminds me of that so much. I enjoyed this. It's not weird like that one is. If you know, you know. But with that, let's go ahead and get into today's book. Okay, 14. I had a feeling I was gonna get this. It's The Paradigm. We know this already. There's only 2 books left. At least I know I have 2 books that I'm really looking forward to for the next 2 days. So that's exciting. But anyway, let's go ahead. I'm gonna take the pictures and then I'll show you this. Note for next year, I just really need to make sure that I'm not choosing 2 different books that are in succession of each other. I may be fine to read this without having finished The Harbinger. I really wanted to have finished The Harbinger because it goes along with it, and The Harbinger was the first book. But anyway, I'm excited to read this. Another note for next year, I already know that I probably want to keep it mostly Christmas books and fiction books. Oh, and the third thing, I am going to start this. I should probably open it and then I'll tell you. This is what The Paradigm looks like. Yeah, I don't think this is written in narrative form. Like, no, it's not. It's like literally working through the different prophecies and things that The Harbinger talks about in story form. So I do wish that I had finished The Harbinger first, but this will be good and maybe it'll provide more context for enjoying The Harbinger. I'll probably get into this a little bit, and then if I want to, I might for this let myself go back and forth between The Paradigm and The Harbinger. I think that's what I'm gonna do, but we'll see. I'll definitely start with this and then I might supplement with this. Just a casual update that 0 reading has happened today, and I've just been doing all kinds of other stuff. And of course that wasn't recorded. I was saying that I am finally getting into some reading time, which means I am going to start off with The Paradigm, which is today's book. I'm going to read it as much as I feel like of this, and then if I feel like keeping going with this, I will. If I feel like alternating between this and The Harbinger, I'll do that. And I'm just really excited for some good reading. These 2 books go together. The Harbinger is written in like a narrative fiction type format, but they're both essentially, as much as I know, about the same thing. I'm getting started with The Paradigm. just watched 33 minutes. I'm doing what I did yesterday, so if you don't know what I'm doing, just hang in there, I'll explain it. I just watched 33 minutes of 3 different Vlogmas videos, so like 33 minutes in total. Yesterday what I did was I would watch 3 videos, however many minutes it was. I'd read that many pages in my book, and that's how I was able to finish Rival to the Queen yesterday. I'm going to kind of do the same thing today, though I doubt I will be able to finish the Paradigm. Could possibly finish the Harbinger if I stay focused and determined and stay up way too late. We'll see. But I'm going to take a break. I'm just holding the dust jacket. I'm going to take a break from the Paradigm. It's super good, but very intense and pretty small print, very thought-provoking. It's a lot. It's very good, but it's a lot. I'm going to take a break from that and go to its kind of like sister book almost. I don't know what you'd call this, companion book, whatever. And I am going to try to read 33 pages, well actually a little more than that, because I need to read to the end of the chapter. I can't just stop in the middle of a chapter, that's just wrong. But that is my goal, and that will get me to page, just went and looked, and the Harbinger is 253 pages, so if I get to that point I'll have 100 pages left in the Harbinger, so I guess it's possible I could finish this tonight. That would be really exciting. And just to kind of explain, these two are very much about the same thing. It's a lot to explain, and Jonathan Cahn does a lot better job at explaining it than I would, but basically they're centered around Israel from thousands of years ago, and basically talking about how the history of Israel at that time is a paradigm and a model of how nations that are, I'm trying to explain this very simplistically, how nations that are at the start devoted to God but choose to move away from him and be disobedient and choose idols and stuff like that, how what happened to Israel is a paradigm for what happens to other nations. And then I would argue people who are at one point devoted to God and then choose not to follow him. Does that make sense? I don't know. Read the books. But basically, the Paradigm is like the nonfiction explanatory version of that, and then the Harbinger is a really easy to read narrative fiction style writing. It's literally just a conversation, like I'll show you. It's written in dialogue format, and it's super easy to read, but written as a fiction story. I hope that made sense. I'm trying to explain it. I need to get better at explaining the books that I'm reading, because that's the entire point of BookTube. But anyway, I am going to try to read some of this. Microwave's broken and you have to pretend you know how to do anything. Spaghetti sauce from a can. Looking great. Okay, Sandra from the future again. Hi. I just wanted to quickly update you on what I read last night, because I didn't get to it last night when my phone died. Anyway, I didn't read any more of the Paradigm. Shocking. I do look forward to reading it, as I do most of my books, but it is a lot, which I think I shared with you. It's just, there's so much in every single page. So it will probably take me some time to get through this one. I don't know that I'll put it on a TBR, because I don't want to like have to rush through it or anything, but it'll probably show up here pretty soon in the near future, or the distant future, whatever. With the Harbinger, I think I read like 1 chapter. I didn't really end up reading a whole lot last night. I did not finish it. Let me make sure okay, I need to fix my bookmark, because I put it on my goal page and it needs to be back where I read to. There we go. So I'm on page 125 out of like 253, so right at the halfway point. I hoped to finish it, but I'm satisfied with that. Hopefully I'll get time to finish it before the end of the month, because that is one of the books that's on my unhaul in January list, and I don't want to do that because I really like that book. That is the update. Time for last night Sandra to go to bed and me to get today's video started.